Here is a knife review. I got this knife for $17. Sorry if I'm walking around. I'm kind of impatient with stuff. It is the. One second, let me switch hands. I'm more right handed with a knife and left handed with a phone. Okay, so I have the Schrade Extreme Survival Tonto folder. Picked this thing up for 17 bucks after tax. 14.95 before. So like I have tested this knife before. I couldn't upload it onto YouTube before though. But when I got it, it was pretty dull. Couldn't it wasn't that sharp, so I sharpened it up with some 600 grit sandpaper, waterproof. And I also used it with the water. So, yeah, to get a nice polish. Then my dad went out and got some 1000 grit wet and dry sandpaper, and I again used the water on the edge to polish up the edge, make it nice and sharp. You can see a mosquito like right there. Yeah. Yeah, summertime in Canada is brutal. Like, I'm only filming this at night. Like, it's pretty fucking dark out right now. But you can just see the umbrella, like right there. I got my gardening crap over there. So yeah, I found this knife to be pretty good. The only drawbacks that I found was that the lock kind of gets stuck sometimes, so I'll have to snap it back in place with like a pair of scissors or another piece of metal or even another knife. So that's probably the only drawback. It does have some other drawbacks. One is this, like over time it gets all wobbly, but that's not too bad. Another thing that I kind of like about it is that, yeah, it can flick out pretty quickly if your wrist is strong enough or quick enough. Like, you can just flick it open. And some people even think it's a switchblade. Like, I'm in Canada. Switchblades are illegal, but if someone thinks it's a switchblade, I'll probably have to tell the cop this, like, it is not spring assist. The only springs that are on is this and that thing. Yeah. So yeah, like the only okay, and another thing that is kind of screwed up with that is the rivets that lock the blade in place is like they're low quality. If they were made from a higher quality steel, even high carbon and not like this fucking low carbon shit, it would be a bit better. And yeah. Like locking it and taking the blade out and replacing it like would be a bit better. Plus this another thing is the scales. They're aluminum. Which aluminum is pretty tough for a scale because you can either get the plastic, wood, ivory if you're rich enough, bone, Actually, bone will look pretty nice. You can even get them in stainless steel. But like the blade itself, it's made out of like a high carbon stainless steel. I don't know what it's called. It's too complicated for me to remember because I do suffer from short-term memory loss. Thank you very much, brain. I think it's like CRZ17. If anyone can correct me on that in the comment section or on Facebook or Twitter, that would be great. I'll get a measuring tape to see how much it fucking, well, how long is it? So the whole thing is about 7¼ inch. Like the blade itself is 3 inches, which is legally sized for a pocket knife. In my province, like a pocket knife has to be 4 inches and single edged. I got that. But if, like, again, in New Brunswick, like the province I live in, if you want to carry around a larger knife like a bowie or a dagger, or even a tonto, like this, well, not like this one, like a bigger one, don't get it from Cold Steel. They're arrogant as fuck. They're douchebags. It's decent quality shit, but that's it. I wouldn't buy anything from there. Only like a fucking pocket knife. That's it. But overall, I find this to be a good knife. Sharpen it, but when the blade breaks, I will repurpose that. I will use the scales to make like a makeshift bronze or brass, but like, yeah, like a fucking copper aluminum alloy. That's what it would be used for, mostly. So yeah, like if I could rate this out of 10, I would probably rate it a 6. Like, well, that's it. But I forgot to mention comfort. Like in comfort, this knife is not bad. Although it's not too bad. Like if the swell on this was on the other side, like, second, like if this swell right here, well, you see the swell like right here. If that swell was on the other side, or even more indented, it would be a bit better. It would feel a bit better, because you normally, like, I would normally want a swell to be up here or in the middle and actually just taper down and then progress outward, like, and then flare back out to keep my hand from slipping. But I have tested this on paper. It does not work very well, but a quick cut on a small sapling and cut it through pretty cleanly. So yeah, it's more like a bushwhacking pocket knife, if you would say. Like you're just cutting down small trees, but I would, like, if I would be doing something like that, I would probably most likely use my machete. So yeah, all in all, decent knife. It's not bad. It's not good. It's like a 6 out of 10. So yeah, good night and see you guys. Well, I can't see you guys, but you'll see me. Oh yeah.